What's up, guys? DJ Barry here. Today we are testing the QSC KSub and the EV ELX12sp. This video is more for myself than anyone else, but anyone who is looking to compare these two and possibly go with one or the other. They both have some strengths and they both have some weaknesses. I'm going to keep this video in under 5 minutes. That way it can be a quick watch, educational. And before I get into the deep details, I have tested these in other rooms that fill with different larger acoustics outside and inside my garage. I'm filming today inside my house because it's nice and cold in here with AC. But overall, you have the KSub, which is a QSC discontinued subwoofer quite a while ago. I've had this one for several years, and the EV ELX12sp. This is, well, the 12sp. So this is the 12-inch. These are both 12-inch. This is a dual 12-inch driver, 6th order bandpass subwoofer. This is your conventional 12-inch sub, front firing. They are both great subs. However, after frequency testing both of them side by side, A and B comparison, this is what I've come to find. So acoustically, I have to say that the EV wins. I was playing several songs, doing frequency sweeps from 20 hertz all the way to up to 100 hertz. This EV, just if you're going to be listening inside, your house and you're not really gigging a lot, I wouldn't recommend really either of these for gigging unless they're very small events, by the way. The QSC, you might be able to get away with small to mid-size events. When I'm doing larger events, I use my KS118 QSC or my KW181. Different review for a different time. But these are really neither I would recommend them unless you're, buying at least 2 of them. And floating, for smaller events, floating tops, either 8 or 10 inch would be good top speaker. But back to it here, this QSC, so it has compared to this, now I'm just comparing these A and B, this QSC has a large amount of attack. What I mean by that is the 50-60 hertz range, due to the dual 12-inch drivers, it hits hard. It really, really does. It is a big box, a big cabinet, but this really does have quite a bit of attack. Whereas the EV lacks the attack. Now, as far as the frequency range goes, this EV sounds much more acoustical. From 20 hertz to 100 hertz, it seems like it's fairly flat. Obviously it's not going to hit the 20 hertz range, but 35, 40 hertz, sure. 40 hertz I've noticed, 35-ish, 40 hertz I've noticed, this is actually louder than this sub. This sub just has it's very challenging for this sub to hit the 30, 35. Even 40 hertz, it was really lacking. Everything below 40, this was just more flatlined. This sub, the QSC, however, around 50, 60 hertz, it really shines. That's kind of the peak dB this sub produces, that 60 hertz. So anything really fast, the attack on a kick drum sounds really, really good on this. Up to a certain point, it becomes poppy. It doesn't clip. It will keep going louder, but it starts to sound poppy at about 75, 80%. Once you get to that range of what this sub is capable of, it starts to kind of sound poppy. If you have it, you probably know what I'm talking about, but whereas the EV stays very flat and it has very good sound quality up until limit, this before limit starts to sound poppy. Which, the KW181, its bigger brother of that series, that time frame, does not. And you can't see in the video, but there's a KW181 literally right there that I was sound testing compared to all 3 of these. But there's no really sense in comparing that in here because that pretty much outperforms both of these subs in every way. It's an 18-inch sub. But overall, if you're looking for something that is, slim design, easy to transport, obviously these both are easy to transport, but if you're looking for a little bit more, this is louder, absolutely louder than this. Is it a huge difference? It's not huge. It's not what you would expect. If you had 2 EV ELXs, which I've done as well, I actually own another one of these, and you were to stack these, this would be the better performing product every single time with 2 of them. However, with one, I give this a little bit higher SPL rating. Obviously, it's rated 130 dB, or SPL, sorry, and this is rated 129 per their website. But this just does have a little bit more attack. But once you get below 40 hertz, even at max volumes, this does sound better. So in summary, if you're looking for compact subs and you're looking for something acoustical with higher level of sound quality, the EV is absolutely going to be the correct product to go with. If you're looking for something that has more of an attack, where that 50-60 hertz range really is amplified, it's going to be the QSC. They both have their purposes. I personally, after owning both for several years, would probably go with the EV because I'm more of a sound quality guy at this point. But I have used this at several events, and when you're in a pinch and you have just enough room where you don't want to bring 2 cubes with you, this is your go-to. They're both priced reasonably about the same. This one might be a smidgen more, but you can go to Facebook Marketplace and really find either of them. Again, that's my review. If you guys have any questions, I've been testing these for about 3 hours, A and B comparison. Let me know. They're both awesome products. And I got one more speaker review to get to, so we'll catch you guys the next time.